Alright, you delightful human beings, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka That Variety Nerd, and today we are back, this time with a lot more recap of this week's events with WWE 2K22. We had a bunch of short trailers, and we had a lot more information on GM mode. That'll all be in the next video. This we're going to cover the two short trailers, including the pre-order bonus, and then this International Superstars trailer. And then, of course, the roster reveal also happened in terms of, well, we only know some people, right? There were some people that got revealed on the ratings reveal thing, that sort of situation. So we're going to briefly just go through the cliff notes and find the interesting bits. I did watch it ahead of time because it's an hour and a half long. All the videos are going to be linked down in the description down below. Also, if my audio is a little bit flaky, that's because I'm using the poop microphone, for lack of a better term. For some reason, my computer is not registering my headset for some reason, but I tested out the sound, and I don't think it sounds too terrible. It's probably a little echoey because it's the nature of having, you know, an open floor plan, open concept, and that sort of thing. So without further ado, let's just jump right into this first trailer right here. We're going to just briefly go over this and go from there. Okay, so right over here we have Mansoor. He looks fantastic. I love the jacket. Again, the little details are what are, you know, it's getting me this year. And he's ranked 80. We have Jinder Mahal at 77 this year. Then we have Asuka, who is still my favorite model in the game so far, at number 90. And then, of course, we got Sheamus at 85 this year. So yeah, that was basically all we got with this trailer, essentially, so there is that. So, we covered the International Superstars trailer, even though they only gave us 4 International Superstars. Next! So kind of the same thing here, we have the Undertaker Immortal Pack trailer. This is the pre-order bonus, for my understanding. So, let's dive into it, people. We don't need to be dealing with copyright, right? Right. Alright, so we have more of a modern day Undertaker, okay, but if you take a look at the background, it looks like we get like the Raw 2000, like mid-2000s arena from what it looks like based on the Tron. So I'm kind of stoked for that. I love that parallelogram. We get the kind of modern, but also kind of American badass Undertaker, right? Right. I say it's kind of modern because all of this looks much more modern and updated, like the Boneyard match, right? That's my thinking there, but this is retro Undertaker with the tie and everything here. And then we have the Darkness right here, like the Ministry of Darkness, I think that was it. Yeah, there's been so many versions. But that's not a bad problem. I mean, if your opponent's looking at you like this, though, yeah, that could be a problem. Okay, yeah, so it looks like we get, like, early days Undertaker, we have Ministry of Darkness Undertaker, and we have the Boneyard match Undertaker. So this is the pre-order bonus in full form. And we also might have a new arena in there, so that's quite lovely, right? Right. Next. Now this was what we've all been waiting for, some kind of roster ratings reveal. They were trying to go back and forth between the two on Twitter, and it was just getting really confusing. So basically what I did was that I watched this entire thing beforehand, and so we're just going to go through the nice juicy bits, right? Right. First of all, I want to take a moment to appreciate King Woods' wonderful Rey Mysterio mask shirt. I love that. I love it so much. And seeing Bayley is wonderful, because we miss Bayley over here. Okay, so kind of going over this recap, they played a bunch of games to kind of unveil some more people on the roster, some more ratings, which I kind of like how they're doing like a little bit at a time. I know people were looking forward to one big reveal. I feel like if they would have done that, especially given the format that they were going at with this, I don't know if we would have gotten nearly as much, but I could be super duper wrong. But first of all, we got Seth Rollins here looking fantastic. Love that for him. And of course, he gets the goofy jacket that I like to make fun out of. Oh, wonderful new look at Dominic Mysterio, too. Okay, so we got Dolph Ziggler over here. So Seth freaking Rollins is at 91 this year. And we'll have a little bit more of a discussion, of course, as we go through this and see more of these ratings, right? Can we talk about how good that Cesaro's entrance is, though, this year? Can we talk about it? So we have Cesaro here, as you can see. But if you look very closely, you have the Italian flag right there on the trunks of this dude over here. If you look even closer, it says Eichner on it. So we've got Fabian Eichner confirmed from Imperium on this game. Also, why is Cesaro at 84, given the year that he's had? Can you bump him up to like maybe 85 or something like that? 85-ish maybe? That would be nice. That would be lovely. But I think 84, it could be a lot worse. It could be a little bit better in my opinion, but we love Cesaro with this household. And he looks fantastic in the game. I love that jacket or that coat. I love it. I love Liv Morgan. Again, the details. The details are lovely. So if you pause right here, we got Raquel Gonzalez. She's in the game. I don't know if I would have given Liv Morgan a 77. I'd probably give her like maybe a 79 to an 80 because of the potential that's there. And if she did win a title, I would have given her maybe like an 84, 85. I think that would be a nice cushiony number, right? But again, I want to see where we have Liv Morgan in the next game. So we'll see what happens. Of course, we've got Riddle at 85 right here. I think he could have been nudged up a little bit because he was a regular over on Raw and has been kind of holding down the fort with Randy. So I would have moved him up to like 86 even, but I think it's at least close enough, right? Right. As you can see here, Beth Phoenix gets an 87. I would say that's a pretty fair rating considering just how much of a legend she is and just, she's fantastic. So we got Edge, brand new attire, and of course we got Kevin Owens right here. Love to see another, superstar confirmed and just seeing another person, getting those little nuggets in there. So there you go. We have King Woods over here giving Edge a 91 because that's only fair because, yeah, Seth has a win over Edge, but Edge has at least, what was that, like 2 wins over Seth, including one at a Hell in a Cell match? Come on. Edge needs to be at least in the 90s, no matter how you slice it, right? Right. So they did this matchup game with Becky Lynch, Sasha, and Charlotte, and Bayley kind of, basically was like guessing which one belonged to whom. And this is where I was like, what is happening? Just what is happening? Yeah, I'd probably even move Charlotte to 88 and then move Becky to 90 because she's Becky freaking Lynch. And Sasha move her to 92. So there's that. Just based on the past years that they've had. Because Becky, she left as champion. She came back as champion. That's pretty strong, pretty consistent before she left, right? Charlotte, they've just had her all over the place. I can't remember the last meaningful feud that she had. Maybe with Rhea Ripley, possibly. That's about it, though. So I'd move her to 88 because Sasha main evented WrestleMania. She had that going on, and she had some great matches in the last couple of years. Her and Bayley were holding down the fort in that empty arena era, in the Thunderdome era, as far as I'm concerned. So move Sasha up to 92, move Becky to 90, move Charlotte to 88. Okay, so Naomi is at 79 this year. Love that. She was at 77 in the last game. Also, we have a shot of Nikki ASH right there. Also, if you look very closely here, we've got a confirmation of Candice LeRae as well. All right, so we have Angelo Dawkins. He went up to 80 overall, and then we have Montez Ford, who is up to 82 overall. All right, so we got R-Truth right over here. Okay, I think that's Titus O'Neil. I had to play it back a second time. All right, so we got AJ Styles at 91. Can we just again talk about the detail and the gear and stuff like that? I love the details. All right, so this year, Shayna Baszler, she went down from 86 to 84. It's right in the middle. Still not too bad when you kind of, again, think of the grand scheme of things. She's been on television regularly enough, and so I think this is a pretty decent rating when you think about who else is on the roster, who else is probably going to be in the game. So I think this is a pretty fair rating. Again, we got another look at this still right here. Shayna Baszler looks fantastic. And we've got another image of Candice LeRae over here as well. Ah, yes, Happy Corbin. Do we get Broke Baron Corbin as an alternate attire or something? Because we need that. We need that. The entrance and everything. The mustard stain on the shirt and all. We need it. I don't know why they were all surprised that he went down, because basically, when 2K20 came out, he was kind of that upper to main event level almost. He was getting pretty regular, Universal Championship opportunities and that sort of thing. Now he's in a team with a dude named Madcap Moss and went broke and then had a trip to Vegas and won a lot of money. Okay, so over here we have a wonderful confirmation of the now former Walter, now known as Gunther, in the game. Yeah, I know, the name change is just, I don't know. It's probably going to be Walter in the actual game, I'm sure. So at least we have that, but at least he's in the game. Okay, so we also got confirmed that we have not one, but two Mizes. One from 2011 when he main evented WrestleMania. He was unstoppable that year. And then the Miz in 2022. I can't tell who that person is. Okay, that was R-Truth. Okay, so we got Ricochet at 81. Ricochet's looking awesome. Okay, well, we got Finn Balor right there, I think. That looks like him anyway. Yep. Oh, so that dude that we were trying to figure out who it was just now, that was Ricochet. Okay, we're cool. We're good. If that's like the actual entrance angle, I'm so down for this. Okay, so Ricochet's at an 82. I forgot this also happened. Okay, Kofi Kingston's at an 88. That's a respectable rating. I love the gear on Kofi, too. Kofi's gear looks awesome. Then we have Elias over there. Okay, the green gear, it's kind of hard to tell, and yeah, but I don't know, people. That might be Garza, possibly. I don't know, to be honest. Okay, so we have Angel slash Angel Garza in here, you know, whichever you prefer to use. Also, why the Usos are only at 85, it kind of boggles the mind, because they've been tag champions for God knows how long. Jey Uso should have been a little bit higher than Jimmy if they were going to be at 85, because Jey had that like crazy feud with Roman early on in Roman's title reign. That was just super good story-wise and stuff. So I would have nudged up Jey to like 86 possibly, just because of just how good that feud was, and just he kind of held down the fort for a little bit too, because Jimmy was gone for a while. So that's kind of my logic right there. I think Jey should be above Jimmy. They shouldn't be at the same at this point. Okay, we got Humberto right there. Well, 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 look at who made it into the game. Mr. Cross there. All right, Natalia's at 84, again, for some reason, kind of in a similar Shayna Baszler situation where they were kind of holding down the tag team division for it a little bit. Still very talented, still very good. Just, you know, not as high up as some of the ones that got, you know, into the upper 80s. Again, another image of Natalya. We got Raquel Gonzalez right there. Poor Sami Zayn's only at 80. He's going to go with the, oh, this is a conspiracy thing, right? Which I would agree. I would nudge him up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe to like, you know, 82 probably, you know, get him on the Ricochet level. I'd put Sami Zayn at like 81 or 82, kind of like in that realm. Then they went over the poop ton of Rey Mysterios that we're going to get. I think this was the part where I kind of just tuned out. I'm like, oh God, we got too many of them. But I'm not mad at it, because if there's one person that's like the perfect person to have all these variations of, it's probably Rey Mysterio. So Rey Mysterio in 2005 right there, that's the first variation we're going to get of him. He's at 84, which I think is reasonable given the time frame and whatnot, because he was about to go, you know, through the roof after 2005, arguably. 2006 Rey Mysterio is at 87. So Rey Mysterio 2008 is going to go to 86. So 2009 Rey Mysterio is at 88. I don't know why they got very specific for December 2009, but here we are. Okay, so according to Good Old Cage Match, so in December of 2009, Rey Mysterio teamed up with Mark Henry, a tribute to the troops, against Carlito and CM Punk. That one was on television. Then Rey Mysterio had a bit of a mini feud with Batista, which went on for 2 episodes of SmackDown on the 8th of December and the 15th. And Rey won the number 1 contenders match between the two, but Batista won the freaking street fight. Then Rey Mysterio later on in the month lost against The Undertaker in the world title match. Later on in the month, he beat Chris Jericho in 7 minutes in the Beat the Clock challenge. So there's going to be like about 4-ish options for December 2009 match. Rey Mysterio was not on any of the pay-per-views. He wasn't near the Intercontinental Championship picture. He was still kind of in that upper card main event kind of picture at the time. Okay, so Rey Mysterio 2011 got 88. That's pretty fair. Modern day Rey Mysterio got a 90 and Dominic Mysterio got a 79. Well, I mean, that's kind of fair. There's still a lot of room for growth and improvement because Dominic's only been with WWE for like a year and a half now, I want to say. Yeah, about a year and a half or so in terms of being an in-ring competitor. Okay, so now they showed Woods and Bayley's ratings. Woods is at 86, and Bayley got to 88, which I'm like, 88 is 88. 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 88 is 88 I'm on board with, because very much like Sasha, those two held down the fort during the Thunderdome era, empty arena era, what have you. But, like, I feel like given the historicness of Bayley's title run, she should have been bumped up just a notch to 89, possibly. And Sasha should have been around 90 at least, because she made event in WrestleMania. But look at how good Bayley looks. Oh my gosh, I think this was, again, stuff that I missed. There you go, another shot of Bayley right there. Love it. I love the purple. The purple works. And then, of course, we've got Xavier Woods right there. Love the gear. Love it, love it, love it. He's at 86. And so that was basically the cliff notes of this ratings reveal thing. I think a lot of them, you know, made a lot of sense when you think about the context of the year or so that they've had. Everybody's gear looks on point. And it was nice that we got some little nuggets of some extra people. Like, we got Fabian Eichner, we got Cross, we got the former Walter. So, I mean, we got Candice LeRae, Raquel Gonzalez. So if you slowed it down to where we were slowing down to, then yeah, we got some nice little nuggets in there. We don't know the ratings, but at least we know we got them in the game, which I think is what matters. So that being said, if we get more of these longer videos where it's like going to be like an hour and a half or whatever, I'm going to go in and do this exact same thing. We're going to sit down and watch it off stream or off screen. Then we're going to come back and break it down. So I hope you all enjoy this little video. Leave a like, leave a comment. I don't know how long this is, so if this is very long, my apologies. I try to condense it as much as possible. So again, thank you all so much for all the love, support, etc. for the channel. I'm excited for this game. We're like, what, 2.5 weeks out from like basically, you know, early access, deluxe edition, that sort of thing. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I hope you all are as well. And we'll go from there. So again, thank you all so much for all the love and support for the channel. I very much appreciate it. And I will see you all around later. Bye, everyone.